By walking away, you became an example of what's possible when someone chooses themselves over the manipulations and control of others. Your courage has created ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Spirit is saying your actions are inspiring others, even those still trapped in toxic cycles, to question their own reality and consider breaking free. They see your strength, they see your light. And your example sparks something within them, a quiet curiosity about what life could look like outside their own chains. You became a model of freedom. You have become a living testament to the power of choosing peace, choosing authenticity, and choosing yourself. You are a living example that liberation is always within reach, even when it seems impossible. Your actions, your choice to walk away, are not just about leaving a toxic situation behind. They are about forging a new path, one that others can follow. You've set an example for others, showing them that it's okay to walk away from what doesn't serve them, that it's okay to prioritize their well-being, and that trusting Spirit's guidance will always lead them to something greater. Your courage, your ability to break free, has shown others that it is possible to rise above manipulation and step into a life of purpose and peace. As you continue on this journey, remember that what you've done is powerful not just for you, but for those around you. Your decision to walk away, to claim your freedom, is an example that can inspire others to do the same. Even if they're not yet ready to take the leap, they are noticing your strength, and that alone can spark a transformation in them. Journaling exercise reflecting on the impact. Take a moment to journal and reflect on how your decision to break free has impacted not just your life but the lives of others around you. How have your actions inspired those who are still caught in cycles of manipulation or control? What subtle shifts have you noticed in those around you since you chose yourself over their toxic behaviors? Write about how it feels to know that your freedom is a beacon, a light guiding others toward their own liberation. How has the courage you found in yourself empowered you to live more authentically? Reflect on how much more peaceful and powerful your life feels now that you've stepped into your light, and ask yourself how you can continue to honor that power going forward. This is a powerful moment of growth, one that carries the potential to not only change your life, but the lives of everyone around you. Trust that Spirit is guiding you every step of the way as you continue to forge your path. Your decision to walk away from a toxic situation wasn't just a personal victory, it was a catalyst for change that has the potential to affect far more lives than you may realize. Maybe it's inspired someone close to you, or perhaps it's created a ripple effect in ways you can't see yet. Regardless, know that your courage is creating lasting waves of transformation. As you reflect on your journey, Spirit encourages you to acknowledge the strength, courage, and resilience you have embodied. These qualities are not just guiding you forward, they are becoming the foundation upon which you are building your future. Write down what these qualities look like for you. What does strength mean to you now? How has your courage shaped your decisions? What role does resilience play in your life? And how does it continue to propel you toward your highest good? Take a moment to let these qualities settle into your soul. Spirit is reminding you that this moment of freedom is not just for you, it's creating a powerful legacy for others as well. Every decision you've made to reclaim your peace, to stand firm in your truth, and to walk away from what no longer serves you is a seed of liberation that has been planted in the world. You may not see the full impact just yet, but Spirit is working through your courage to create a wave of transformation that will expand and touch lives in ways you may never fully realize. In essence, your choice to walk away wasn't just about reclaiming your life, it was about planting the seeds of liberation for others who may one day follow your lead. Well done, chosen one. Your freedom is your legacy, and this truth is more powerful than you could ever imagine. Your courage has sparked a light in others, showing them what freedom truly looks like, what strength feels like, and what's possible when someone trusts Spirit enough to step away from a toxic situation that's been draining their soul. By choosing yourself, you've aligned with a plan that is far greater than the manipulation and control you left behind. You've entered a world of infinite possibility, alignment, and light, a life that aligns with Spirit's purpose for you, one that is far more fulfilling and abundant than the web of deception you were once caught in. As you move forward, let this truth guide you every step of the way. Your courage is creating ripples that are touching lives, opening hearts, and helping others see that freedom is always worth the leap. You've shown others that it's okay to let go of what doesn't serve them, that it's okay to prioritize peace, and that trusting Spirit's guidance leads to a life of true fulfillment. Your actions are a beacon of hope for those still stuck in toxic cycles, planting the seeds of liberation for many others who may not even have the courage to take the first step yet. Even if they're still stuck in their gains and manipulative patterns, your light is guiding them from afar. By walking away from what was no longer aligned with your truth, you've created a pathway of freedom for others to follow, whether they realize it or not. As you continue to grow, Spirit is cheering you on, reminding you that this is just the beginning. You are stepping into a life you were always meant to live, a life that aligns with your purpose, your peace, and your divine potential. You are free, and that freedom is expanding in ways you may not fully understand right now. But know this: your freedom is already changing the world, and it is inspiring others to do the same. Chapter 5: Their Worst Fear Realized. For the narcissist, their greatest fear isn't rejection or even exposure. Their worst nightmare is far more insidious: it's being forgotten. The narcissist thrives on being the center of attention, the one who pulls the strings while others dance to their tune. Their sense of power comes not from genuine connection, but from control over others, control over the narrative, control over how others perceive them. This need for control is what fuels their identity and self-worth. Without that control, they are nothing. So when you chose to walk away, when you refused to chase after them or engage in their emotional games, you did something they never anticipated. You shattered the illusion of power they so desperately clung to. In that moment, their worst fear became their reality. They realized that you weren't interested in the drama they tried to create. You didn't react, you didn't fight to keep their attention, and you certainly didn't beg for their validation. Instead, you chose peace over chaos, silence over conflict, and most importantly, self-respect over manipulation, and that, to them, was deafening. Imagine how unsettling this must have been for them. They thrive on emotional highs and lows, on the constant push and pull of their carefully constructed game. But you denied them that drama. You didn't engage, and without you there was a void they couldn't fill. They were left alone with their own insecurities, their own darkness, the very things they've been desperately running from. Without someone to manipulate, control, or feed off of, their illusion of power collapsed. The silence you gave them wasn't just an absence, it was a mirror, reflecting back the reality they can no longer ignore. Without you, they were forced to face themselves. For the narcissist, being forgotten is the ultimate defeat, and you unknowingly gave them the gift of experiencing that fear firsthand. Your refusal to engage wasn't just an act of self-preservation. It was a divine disruption. Spirit used your strength and discernment to break their cycle, to force them to confront the truth they've been avoiding for so long. They may lash out, attempt to draw you back in with guilt or manipulation, or even retreat into silence themselves, but none of this is about you. It's about their internal chaos, their inability to function without someone feeding their fragile ego. Reflection and empowerment. Take a moment to reflect on how this experience has shaped you. What did it feel like the moment you stopped chasing? How did you feel when you took back your power and left them with their fears and insecurities? This was not just about walking away, it was a declaration of who you are, a statement that your peace, your authenticity, and your inner strength are more important than anything they could offer. Spirit wants you to know that you have mastered the art of walking away, and in doing so, you've freed yourself from their grip and possibly set the stage for others to do the same. Write about your journey, your freedom, and your empowerment. What does it mean to you to be free from their manipulations? How has your decision to walk away redefined your relationship with yourself? Through your courage, you have not only liberated yourself, but have planted the seeds of liberation for others. You are the spark. You are the light. Keep shining brightly, knowing that this is just the beginning of a new, empowered chapter in your life. You are free, and your freedom is a testament to the strength you carry within. Their greatest fear was never truly about losing you, it was about facing themselves, and the inevitable truth that without someone to control, their sense of power is nothing but a fragile illusion. In your absence, they were forced to confront the truth they had been avoiding for years. The manipulation they depended on no longer works. Without you to feed their ego, without anyone to control, their carefully constructed world of dominance begins to crumble. For the first time, they were left to face their insecurities and their own inner emptiness. You might have noticed their attempts to reel you back, and perhaps they tried to provoke you with anger or guilt, hoping to spark a reaction. Or maybe they turned on the charm, offering empty promises of change, sweet words meant to tug at your heartstrings. These efforts, though, were never about love or genuine reconciliation. They are rooted in fear. Fear of irrelevance, fear of being abandoned, and fear of facing the reality of who they truly are, a person who relies on control and manipulation to feel worthy and powerful. It's crucial to understand that their actions now have nothing to do with you. They're about their desperation, the desperation to reclaim the power they've lost. Spirit is urging you to see beyond their tactics, reminding you that you don't need to carry their burden. Their fear is theirs alone to deal with. You've already done the hard work. You've faced the uncomfortable truths, healed your wounds, and reclaimed your personal power. Walking away was a powerful act of self-liberation. It was you choosing yourself over their manipulation. In doing so, you've shown them something they could never understand: you don't need them. Their games no longer work, and their place in your life has been erased. Now, as they sit in their own fear and confusion, it's time for you to turn your focus inward. This is your time to grow, to heal, and to step into a higher version of yourself. Their fear of being forgotten isn't your responsibility to carry. It's their journey, not yours. What you've gained by walking away far outweighs anything they ever offered you. Their manipulations, their control, their charm, all of it now seems empty and hollow because you see through it. This is a monumental shift in your energy, and it's proof that you've broken free from their grip. Let this truth sink in: you have regained your power. The moment you chose yourself, you liberated yourself from the shackles of their manipulation. You've proven to yourself that you are strong, resilient, and capable of standing tall without their toxic influence. Now reflect on how far you've come. You've broken free from their control, reclaimed your energy, and stepped into a higher version of who you are meant to be. And in doing so, you've shown them the harsh reality that they no longer have any power over you. That realization is their worst fear, but it is a testament to your strength and resilience. To anchor this newfound power, here's a daily affirmation that will help solidify your transformation. Stand tall in front of a mirror and declare with conviction: I am free. I am whole. Their power over me is gone, and I walk boldly in my truth. Repeat this affirmation every morning as a reminder of how far you've come and the immense transformation you've undergone. This ritual will reinforce your strength and keep you focused on your personal growth. Spirit is guiding you, and your purpose is now clearer than ever. Take a moment to celebrate this shift. Walking away wasn't just a physical act of leaving, it was a spiritual awakening. It was a conscious decision to put yourself first, to step out of their shadow and into your own light. And now Spirit wants to remind you that their fear is their problem, not yours. You have made it through the storm, and now it's time to focus on your journey, your purpose, and the abundance waiting for you. You are free. You are whole. And you are no longer shackled by anyone else's fear, control, or manipulation. Our commentary reflection. This message is both a powerful affirmation of personal strength and a call to action for anyone who has broken free from toxic relationships, especially those involving manipulative or narcissistic individuals. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of guilt, doubt, or even nostalgia when someone tries to pull you back in with empty promises. But this reflection is a critical reminder their manipulations are not personal, and it is not your responsibility to fix them, save them, or carry their emotional burden. One of the most poignant lessons here is that the best way to help someone stuck in their own destructive patterns is not by engaging in their games or rescuing them. It's by walking away. By choosing to honor yourself and set healthy boundaries, you provide them with an example of what true strength and liberation look like. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone else is to show them what it looks like to choose peace over chaos, even if they can't fully understand it yet. This journey is about breaking free from old patterns and creating a new, empowered narrative for yourself. The quiet of your departure, your refusal to engage, and your reclaiming of your own life are powerful acts that leave behind a mark they can never erase. As you continue forward, let the affirmations and reflections help you stay grounded in the truth of your journey. You are worthy of peace, love, and respect, and you have proven to yourself that you no longer need anyone to validate your worth. Your freedom is your legacy, and your growth is a source of inspiration to others who may still be trapped in similar cycles. The strength you gained from their games. When you reflect on your experience with a manipulative person, it's easy to see it as a chapter of struggle, confusion, or even defeat. But Spirit had a different plan all along, one that was far bigger than simply enduring their games. What they failed to understand, and what you've come to realize, is that this entire experience was designed to show you the depth of your own strength. Their games, their manipulations, their toxic tactics, all were meant to break you down, but instead they became the catalyst for your growth. The narcissist thrived on control, on manipulating others to seek their approval, on twisting emotions and feeding off energy. But Spirit didn't just allow you to endure their tactics. Spirit used those very moments of confusion and pain as stepping stones for you to discover your resilience, to sharpen your discernment, and to ignite the power that was already within you. Every attempt to control you, every manipulative act, was meant to weaken you. Yet you are standing taller than ever before, stronger than they ever anticipated. What was meant for destruction, Spirit transformed into your strength. Think back to how many times their words or actions would have once shaken you, made you doubt yourself, or brought you to your knees. How many times did they expect you to fall under their manipulation, only for you to rise stronger? Today, you are a living testament to how much you've grown in ways they never saw coming. They wanted to keep you small, dependent, and craving their approval. Instead, you learned independence. They wanted to trap you in a cycle of self-doubt, yet you broke free and expanded beyond their reach. Spirit turned every attempt to harm you into an opportunity for growth. Each move they made was a lesson in strength, discernment, and personal power. Reflect on your growth. Take a moment to honor that growth. Grab a journal and reflect on how this experience has strengthened you. Write down 3 specific ways you've evolved through this process. Was it the way you've learned to trust your intuition more deeply, setting boundaries without guilt, or walking away from relationships that no longer serve your peace and alignment? Recognize the transformation and give thanks to Spirit for showing you how powerful you are. Write this as a declaration of who you've become, not just because of their actions, but because of how Spirit has used those actions to refine you. You are not the same person you were before you encountered their games. Your strength today is undeniable. Think about the boundaries you now have in place. These boundaries are your protection. They preserve your peace, honor your energy, and ensure that only those aligned with your truth are allowed into your life. Spirit has guided you to understand that strength isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about rising above them, learning from them, and becoming more aligned with your higher self in the process. Boundaries and empowerment. Boundaries are a key theme in your personal growth. Perhaps at one point you allowed yourself to be swayed by others, to become entangled in their manipulations, or to second-guess your worth in their presence. But now your boundaries are clear, and they reflect your deep understanding of your value. No longer will you tolerate being manipulated or drained by people who don't respect your energy. You've created a safe space for yourself, a space where peace, authenticity, and self-respect are your guiding principles. Reflecting on this, it's important to recognize that the narcissist's games were never about you. They were always about their own insecurities and need for control. Spirit allowed you to see through their illusions so you could understand their tactics for what they truly were, a reflection of their weakness, not your worth. The choice to choose yourself over their manipulation was your ultimate act of strength. In doing so, you showed yourself that you are worthy of respect, your peace matters, and your boundaries are sacred. Personal reflection advice. Looking back on my own experiences with manipulative individuals, I see the same pattern emerging. What they intended to break me down with was actually what helped me discover my inner strength. Like you, I found that their manipulations were not reflections of me, but of their own unhealed wounds and fears. And it's from that realization that true liberation arose. When I stopped engaging in their drama, I realized how much power I had all along. For anyone still grappling with the idea of breaking free, remember this: the strength you are gaining in the process is immeasurable. Every step away from manipulation is a step closer to your true self. And the boundaries you set are not just for protection, they are a declaration of your worth. The more you practice honoring yourself, the stronger you become. Here's a piece of advice for anyone facing this situation: don't fear the silence or the space you create when you walk away. It is in that silence that you'll find your true power, where you can finally hear your own voice and align with your higher self. Walking away isn't weakness, it's an act of ultimate strength. Your journey is far from over. The path ahead is one of freedom, peace, and authenticity. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that Spirit is with you every step of the way. Your strength, your growth, and your transformation are the true victories, and nothing, no one, can take that from you. Embrace your power, embrace your peace, and keep walking in your truth. Your transformation, the fear that became your freedom. The moment you chose to walk away, you made a declaration not just to the narcissist, but to yourself. You declared that you will no longer compromise your worth or dim your light for anyone. This decision marked the beginning of your true transformation, a shift from being caught in someone else's manipulation to stepping into your authentic power. It wasn't just an act of breaking free, it was a breakthrough. Every day, affirm your strength. Stand tall, place your hand over your heart, and speak these words aloud. I am strong. I am resilient. What was meant to harm me has only made me stronger. I am walking in my power, guided by Spirit, and aligned with my highest purpose. Repeat this each morning to remind yourself of the power that now courses through you. Spirit is urging you to see that this wasn't merely a battle, it was a classroom. Every moment spent enduring their games was a lesson in self-worth, self-respect, and spiritual alignment. You haven't just survived, you have thrived. The person you are today is unshakable, empowered, and deeply aligned with the divine purpose Spirit has for you. The strength you've gained isn't temporary, it's foundational. It's the kind of strength that will carry you through future challenges with grace and confidence. Not only that, but your transformation is also a beacon for others. Your resilience and empowerment are an inspiration, showing others what's possible when they step into their truth. The narcissist wanted to break you, to keep you dependent and uncertain. Instead, you expanded. You embraced your divine power, and Spirit wants you to know this is just the beginning of the blessings and opportunities awaiting you. You didn't just break free, you broke through. You are now walking boldly into the future Spirit has prepared for you, carrying with you the lessons, wisdom, and unshakable strength that will guide you through every step of your journey. You are unstoppable, chosen one. Their fear, your freedom.
The narcissist's deepest fear was never just losing you, it was losing the control they thought they had over you. They built their entire sense of power on your energy, your validation, and your presence. They manipulated, twisted, and used you as a tool to prop up their fragile facade. But when you walked away, you didn't just confirm their worst fear, you obliterated it.
Spirit is revealing a profound truth. Their fear was never about you leaving, it was about the emptiness they've always tried to hide. They needed you to feed their ego, to make them feel important, powerful, and validated. But when you took your energy back, you forced them to confront the hollow reality beneath their carefully constructed persona. By reclaiming your power, you didn't just break free, you broke the cycle of manipulation that they relied on to keep you trapped. Spirit used this moment as a way to show you a fundamental truth: your power was never in their hands. It has always been within you. With every step you took away from them, you moved closer to your freedom, closer to your truth, and closer to the abundant life that Spirit has always intended for you. My personal reflection: the power of reclaiming yourself. Reflecting on my own journey, I can say from experience that walking away from a manipulative person is more than just a physical act, it's a spiritual rebirth. I too found myself in a situation where I gave away far too much of my energy to someone who thrived on controlling and undermining me. But when I finally stepped away, I realized something incredibly powerful. I had always had the power to walk away, to reclaim myself. The real victory wasn't in cutting ties, it was in recognizing that the strength to do so had always been there. The more I chose my peace over their chaos, the more I saw how strong and resilient I really was. It's easy to feel guilty or like we're doing something wrong when we walk away from a toxic person, especially if they try to gaslight us or manipulate us into feeling responsible for their emotions. But the truth is, choosing to protect your peace is not selfish, it's necessary. Every time I said no to the emotional manipulation, I was saying yes to myself, to my growth, and to my alignment with Spirit. If you find yourself in a similar situation, remember this: your power isn't dependent on anyone else's approval. Their tactics no longer work, and the more you pull your energy away from them, the clearer you'll see that their sense of control is a fragile illusion. You don't need them. Your light and strength come from within, and that's what they feared all along. Embracing your freedom. Today, your liberation is a reflection of everything you've learned: your capacity to set boundaries, to trust your intuition, and to walk away from what no longer serves you. You are no longer tethered to their games or their toxic energy. You are free. Spirit has shown you the path forward, one where your strength, your truth, and your purpose guide you toward a future of alignment and peace. As you move forward, remember this: you are walking in your power now. You are no longer the person they tried to control. You have embraced your divine power, and you are stepping into a future that is filled with endless possibility. The strength you've gained will continue to serve you, not just today, but throughout your entire life. Each challenge, each new phase of your journey, will be met with the same unshakable strength that you discovered through this process.
Keep walking forward. Chosen one. Your transformation is just the beginning.
Your freedom, the key to your transformation. The life Spirit has prepared for you is one of boundless freedom, filled with purpose and authenticity. But this freedom is multi-layered. It's not just about cutting ties with a toxic person. It's about breaking free from the need for external validation. It's about reclaiming your self-worth, living a life true to who you are, and trusting your inner wisdom to guide you toward a future filled with meaning. The very forces they used to control you, the manipulation, deceit, and emotional games, have now become the tools Spirit has used to strengthen you. What they intended to break you with, Spirit has transformed into a catalyst for your growth. The emotional turmoil they created, the power struggles, and the attempts to hold you down were never meant to defeat you. Instead, Spirit used these experiences to build resilience in you. They meant to keep you small and dependent, but instead you've emerged empowered, free, and whole. Take a moment now to embrace this newfound freedom within you. Here's a visualization exercise to fully step into your liberation. Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast open field. Feel the weight of the chains you once carried, emotional, mental, and spiritual, falling away. See yourself stepping forward, lighter and freer, filled with radiant light. As you take that first step, say aloud, "I am free. I am powerful. My past no longer defines me. Spirit is guiding me into a life of abundance and truth. Repeat this affirmation as often as needed, letting these words resonate deeply in your spirit, anchoring you into your truth. Their fear, your freedom. The fear they felt when you walked away wasn't just about losing you, it was about losing the control they thought defined them. You were never just a person in their life, you were a tool for them, a source of energy and validation. Without you, their carefully constructed world started to unravel. What they feared most was being forgotten, losing their grip on the narrative, and facing the reality of their own emptiness. Your decision to walk away wasn't just an act of courage, it was an act of self-love. And it's that love for yourself, that deep-rooted understanding of your own worth, that has made you unstoppable. Spirit wants you to understand that by choosing yourself, you've done more than break free, you've chosen truth over illusion and light over darkness. Your decision was transformative, not just for you, but for those around you. Your freedom is contagious. In choosing to reclaim your power, you've set an example for others who may still be trapped in their own cycles of manipulation and fear. Your journey has become a beacon of hope for those who are still lost in the web of control. You've shown them that it's possible to walk away, to trust in the guidance of Spirit, and to choose freedom over fear. The ripple effect of your courage. The ripple effects of your courage are far-reaching. By breaking free, you've inspired others to recognize their own power and start taking steps toward their own liberation. Whether they realize it or not, your actions have given them the permission to stop playing someone else's game. You've shown them what it looks like to stand in your truth, to refuse to be controlled, and to choose peace over chaos. You've unlocked a world of limitless possibilities by leaving behind the fear and manipulation that once held you captive. The road ahead is filled with alignment, purpose, and divine guidance. Spirit wants you to know that this freedom is not a one-time event, but the foundation of a brand new chapter in your life. This chapter will be one where you stand fully in your truth, unshakable and radiant. The weight of others' expectations and manipulations can no longer bind you. An empowering daily practice. To keep your freedom alive, Spirit is guiding you toward a daily practice that will help you stay grounded in your truth. Each morning, place your hand over your heart and say, I am free. I am worthy. I am walking in Spirit's purpose for my life. Let these words be your anchor. Allow them to sink deeply into your spirit, serving as a reminder that you are the creator of your own reality, and that your power is no longer subject to anyone else's control. These words will remind you daily that you are aligned with your higher self, and that you are walking a path of purpose and abundance. You are deserving of all the peace, joy, and success that life has to offer, and by claiming your truth, you align with Spirit's divine plan. The final shift their fear becomes your victory. Let's reflect on this profound truth. Their fear has now become your freedom. What they dreaded most, losing their control over you, has now become the greatest victory of your life. You are no longer defined by their limitations, their manipulation, or their toxic energy. You've stepped into the fullness of your power, and there's no turning back. You are free. Free to live authentically, free to make choices that serve your highest good, and free to embrace the infinite possibilities that await you. The fear they once used to control you is now a distant memory, fading as you walk further into your truth. Every step you take toward freedom is a declaration that you are unstoppable. You've risen above their attempts to diminish you, and in doing so, you've become a force that cannot be reckoned with. Personal reflection, choosing yourself. This journey of freedom is not easy, but it is the most empowering choice you can make. I know because I've walked this path too. In my own life, there was a time when I allowed someone's manipulative tactics to pull me into their web of deceit. I felt small, uncertain, and emotionally drained. But when I finally chose to walk away, it wasn't just a physical exit, it was a spiritual awakening. I realized that the power I'd given them was mine to take back, and that stepping into my own light was the most powerful thing I could do. I reclaimed my energy, my worth, and my peace. And the best part? I realized I didn't need anyone else's approval to feel worthy. You don't need anyone else's validation to know you are enough. You were never meant to live in someone else's shadow. Your light is yours to shine. When you take back your power, you not only change your own life, but you also become an inspiration to others, showing them that freedom is possible, and that stepping into your truth is the greatest act of self-love. Conclusion, a new beginning. Now, as you continue on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment, know this: the best is yet to come. You are no longer constrained by the past or defined by the fears and manipulations of others. Your path is open, your heart is free, and your purpose is unfolding beautifully. Spirit is with you every step of the way, guiding you, cheering you on, and celebrating the powerful, unstoppable person you are becoming. Embrace your freedom, chosen one. The world is waiting for you. Your journey is a powerful testament to the incredible guidance of Spirit, the unwavering resilience of your soul, and the transformative beauty that comes from choosing yourself. What you have experienced isn't just about walking away from something toxic or painful, it's a reclaiming of your power, your worth, and your divine alignment with the greater purpose that Spirit has always had in store for you. Yes, the journey was challenging. It tested your strength in ways you never imagined. But every moment of hardship, every tear, and every bit of resistance was used by Spirit to refine you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for something far greater than you ever dreamed possible. This wasn't just about leaving a toxic situation, it was about stepping into your true power. When you chose to walk away, you not only confirmed the fears of those who sought to control you, you confirmed your destiny. As you move forward, hold this truth: close your light is your greatest power, and no one can dim it unless you allow them to. You are in control of your own energy, your own light, and your own journey. Trust Spirit, trust yourself, and trust the path ahead. The freedom you've claimed isn't just a momentary victory, it is the beginning of a new life that is filled with infinite potential. What's coming next is not just good, it's extraordinary. When you chose to walk away, you took the most profound step toward reclaiming your life. You chose authenticity, you chose peace, and you chose yourself. And by doing so, you've set yourself on the path to a life that will exceed your wildest dreams. No one can take your power unless you let them. The toxic forces you walked away from may have once held sway over your life, but now you are free. This is your time to thrive. What lies ahead is not a continuation of the past, but a bold new beginning. Spirit is guiding you toward a future that is aligned with your true self, a future that is filled with abundance, joy, and purpose. The transformation you're undergoing is unfolding right before your eyes, and it's happening in divine timing. I want to share with you something very personal in my own life. I've faced moments where I was stuck in cycles of toxicity and manipulation, afraid to walk away because I feared what might happen. But each time I chose to trust myself, to trust Spirit's guidance, I stepped into a space of greater freedom and joy. It wasn't easy, but it was so worth it. The moment I chose to prioritize my peace and my authenticity, I unlocked doors I never thought were possible. And now, I am more aligned with my true self than ever before. My advice to you: continue to trust the process. Even if things feel uncertain or the path ahead seems foggy, know that Spirit is with you every step of the way. Your decisions are guided by a higher purpose, and every choice you make in alignment with your truth is a step toward the life you were always meant to live. Don't let fear hold you back. You have already proven your strength, your resilience, and your ability to choose what's best for you. Now let that momentum carry you forward. Keep walking boldly into your future, chosen one. The world is ready for your light, your power, and your purpose. If this message resonates with you, like this video, subscribe to Cosmic Harmony, and leave a comment with 77 to send your signal to the universe. Play this video on repeat to amplify its energy and fully embrace the transformation that's unfolding in your life. Spirit is moving in your favor. The time for you to rise is now. Walk boldly into your future, for it holds nothing but infinite possibilities. You are on the path to becoming unstoppable.